Good morning, good morning, or afternoon, wherever you are on today, whenever you view this message. Today, I want to come in and talk to you about what we do as parents or what we don't do as parents affects our children. You're probably saying, she can't tell me what to do with my kid. You're right, you're absolutely correct. But what I am going to say as a voice for the children in the community, as a mother and as an advocate for children, for the youth in the community, I will say this. As a parent, it is our dual responsibility to make sure that our children are well taken care of, not just on the outside, the clothes, the shoes, the jackets, and things like that, or even those video games. I'm talking about mentally and emotionally. Are we as parents, as advocates, as leaders in the community, are we truly investing in our children? We're so quick to want to say that our children are this, our children are that. That's a bad child over there. There's a bad child over there. But are you coming up with solutions and ways to make or to assist the child in living a productive life? We are so quick, I notice, as human beings to point fingers at this child over here, or he doesn't look right, or she doesn't look right, or she doesn't have those Jordans, or she don't have those Nikes, or she don't have weaves in her hair. Now that some parents are allowing their daughters to do that, but that's their choice. But what I'm saying is this: instead of always investing in materialistic things which can fade away, try investing in your children. Your children is the best investment that you could ever make. And I'm saying that because there are so many kids nowadays that's walking around here that are lost, that are lonely, that are alone. And they still could be living in the same household with a house full of folks. Parents, sisters, cousins, brothers, anything. They could be in a household with lots of people but still be alone. Why do I say that? Because do you take time to see what it is that your child is needing? Do you sit back and listen and allow your child to vent to you and tell you, Mom, this is going wrong with me, or Dad, this is going wrong with me, or I feel this way because X, Y, and Z did this to me? But, me, when I was growing up, we always heard that saying, stay in a child's place, right? So we were never allowed as children or as youth to speak or tell people how we feel or to tell our parents how we feel. So now we're walking around as a ticking time bomb when things build up inside of us because we were told to a child stay in a child's place. Yes, be respectful. But what I'm saying is your child should still be able to voice to you and come to you and say, hey, Mom, this is what I experienced today at school, or this is what I did today at school, without being judged. And nowadays, instead of parents wanting to be parents, parents are wanting to be their children's friends. You have your parents smoking and getting high with their children or with their teenagers that are in high school. You're sitting around, you're laughing and talking with them. And I've heard adults say that their parents, when they was growing up, that allowed them to get high in the household, or allowed them to drink in the household, or allow them to smoke cigarettes in the household, because they'd rather for them to do it in the house versus going on the outside and doing it. But still, in doing that, that was wrong. What signal or what message were we sending our children if we were allowing them under our roof while we were there to get high, to have their boyfriends come over and stay the night? Yes, this happens. Or have, because the parent put the girlfriend and the boyfriend out, so now you allow that boyfriend or girlfriend to come and stay under the same roof in which your child lives in. And then we wonder why our children are so messed up. What kind of message are we sending our children? What are we telling our kids? We say one thing out of our mouth, but our actions are saying something totally different. We are responsible in maintaining and upkeeping our children's mental and emotional health. That's just like you got to upkeep and maintain your vehicle. You put your oil in it, you get an oil change, you get a tune up. If you need a new air filter, you put that in there. If you need a new head gasket, you put that in there. Or new, what do you call it? A new battery. You're replacing that. But as parents, we are so blindsided to our children and what they truly need. And I'm not being judgmental. I'm saying this because we would rather spend $120 on a pair of gym shoes. We would rather spend $400 on a video game. We would rather spend $600 on a cell phone than investing in their education and investing in their mental and emotional status. You're too busy worrying about a man that is not your husband, or you're too busy worrying about a female that is not your wife, chasing behind them, and all in reality, you're leaving your child behind to fend for him or herself. What kind of message are we sending our children? What kind of message are we telling them? What kind of foundation are we creating for our children? The foundation is cracked. Our foundation is destroyed as a child growing up on say as I say and not as I do kind of mentality. When there's programs in the community that are free nonetheless for your children, you don't have time to take them. You don't have time to take them and let them to be around other individuals or to learn something new. If it doesn't fit with what you believe is beneficial, such as video games or on the cell phone, social media, then something that is meaningful and will be something that will benefit your children and you're too busy to even take them. You're too busy even to take 30 minutes out your day to take your child to something that's going to be beneficial to them and their lives, mental and emotional status. It is our responsibility as parents to make sure all those areas are covered. When you see certain things, you know your child has not been doing a certain action or drawing, stop what you're doing and invest in your child. Whether it's therapy, whether it's coaching, whatever it is, get your child some help. Mental illness is real. We have many people walking around today that have issues. We have many children walking around that are suffering on the inside. And because we as parents or advocates or leaders, we're too busy to stop and to see and grab that child and help get them some help. You have parents that don't want to take your child to get help because you don't want the stigma of your child needing some medication or needing some kind of therapy because, oh, I'm a mayor or I'm a doctor or I'm an attorney here and I can't have people knowing what I'm doing for my kids. What's more important, your children or your image? You as parents, I've seen parents that have Nikes and Jordans and all these other high top brand clothing and shoes, but your child walking around here looking raggedy. Your child's hair is not done, but you make sure you get your hair done. But your child's hair is so matted up and sitting on top of his head or her head. As long as you look good, you forget about what your children need. You rather sit up on a cell phone talking to your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whomever you're talking to, and your child over in the corner crying, or your child over in the room self-cutting, they cutting themselves, self-mutilating, or your child is self-medicating because they don't want to deal with the problems that's going on in the household. I was told a couple of weeks ago from a woman in the community, a 17-year-old boy tried to take his life because he was tired of dealing with the issues and the drama that his mother was having him to be a part of, living in the same household. Mom was on drugs, doing all God knows what, but the son was tired of going through it. So instead of him going to mom or being able to even go to her, he wanted to take his own life because of it. We have children suffering in silence. They don't have an open door policy to come and talk to their parents because their parents are going to be judgmental. They don't want to hear what their parents have to say. Oh, you just don't know. Just go on outside. Go on. Don't have time to hear what your kid is going through. Your most best investment to you as a parent is your children. Invest now before the system invests in them. Take time with them now before they have to go into an institution, or they have to go into the juvenile system, or they have to go in, or they're being tried as an adult, but they're a juvenile. Take care of what you need to take care of for your kids. And something else I need to talk about. Let me put this down. We have parents that are doing these lives and taking videos and doing all this stuff that it shouldn't even be on social media. Yes, you're grown, but what about your kids? What about your children? Your children are able to see the videos, or able to go on social site and see you twerking and doing all this other stuff on social media. How do you think your child or your children will feel when they see you doing certain things like this? Just because you're a parent, yes, act like a parent. Don't just walk around for the title or because you want the title. Do what you need to do for your children. Because at the end of the day, your child is hurting. At the end of the day, your child is lost. At the end of the day, your child is alone. Invest in your child. Allow your children to come and speak to you and tell you how they feel. Ask them how their day is. Ask them what went on throughout the day. How many times do you tell your children that you love them? How many times have they heard you say, I love you? Once a week? Once a month? Never? I've dealt with children youth that says their parents never told them that they love them. I remember a young lady saying that she believed that her name was the B word because that's all her mother called her, was that. We have to do better than what we're doing for our kids, because our kids are walking around here lost. They're angry. They're taking the anger out on other people, other innocent people. And then you send them off to school thinking that these teachers are supposed to teach them. The first teacher is you at home. You cannot expect a teacher to teach your child, and they're responsible for 20 or 30 other children throughout the day in the classroom. That's ridiculous. You are the first parent for your child. Be a teacher. Don't be just a teacher. Be the great teacher for them. Teach them, mold them, guide them, inspire them, motivate them, uplift them. Don't only come down on them when they're bad, but come to them when they're doing well, doing good. Give them praise when they're doing well. I just want to drop in on today to talk about that. Be careful what you pour into your kids, because what you pour into your children will eventually come out. Just because you're a parent does not mean you can do your child any kind of way. And don't neglect their mental or their emotional well-being. And just because you buy them $100 gym shoes, nice clothing, make you a good parent. Just because you get their hair cut or provide a roof over their head, which you're supposed to do anyways, makes you a good parent. Being a good parent is being able to sit and to listen to your children. Let them tell you how they truly feel without butting in or without giving your 2 cents. Allow your child to vent. Allow your child to talk to you when things are not going well with them. So this is Tina Rane coming to you on this day. hopefully I shed some light upon you guys, with you all. I'm not condemning nor talking bad about you as a parent, but what I'm saying is I'm coming to you as an advocate, but not only an advocate, but a mother. Some things that I talk about is things that I went through, lessons that I've learned, lessons that I had to go through, that I did go through. So if I, as an individual, can assist you or prevent you from going down them roads that I went through, I will do it. Yes, granted, I will not save everybody, but if I save just one, that's good enough. So y'all have a blessed rest of your Saturday. Y'all stay safe and stay blessed. If y'all out here in Texas, y'all stay warm because it is chilly out here. But anyways, y'all have a blessed day. See you soon. Bye-bye.